welcome back. This is Cami.
Aloha.
We are over in Wailuku side, and she's got a truck that has no more brakes, yeah?
Correct. It just went out one day.
Were you like while driving fast or no?
No, I was actually coming to a stoplight, and then I went and pressed the brakes, and I felt like it wasn't stopping. So I just hit my e-brake, and then I pulled over. Okay.
Are you seeing any like fluid on the ground or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna jump into it. This is our volunteer work for the day. So, okay, 2018 4Runner. This thing looks pretty cherry. Any other issues?
I just need an oil change.
Okay. Because usually if it goes like kind of all at once, it's probably all the fluid burst out of a line or something like that.
Yeah, it's empty.
We'll try fire them up and see what the brakes feel like. No need to hang out or anything like that. I can just kind of crack away, and then I'll shoot you a text if need something.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate you, bro.
Got you. Yeah, no worries. All right, well, let's just start with simple stuff. I'm gonna top off that fluid reservoir, scan the codes. I saw a bunch of like ABS and brake lights and everything on there. So yeah, let's just start with the basics, see where it takes us. Did bring some fluid, so. All right, so it's got some now. It's odd, I'm not really seeing any fluid on the ground. It's not really like pouring out or anything anywhere. All the calipers are dry. All the lines are dry. Let me plug in because the ABS light's on, so, and the fluid was low, so it definitely lost fluid at some point. Let's plug into the computer and see what it says. 6 codes, so maybe we got something going on with the ABS here. Let's go into ABS. Power supply, so maybe that's battery. Brake booster pump on abnormally long. Pressure sensor, accumulator low pressure. Reservoir low level, so maybe it's a booster. It could be a brake booster. This app is nice, it has a little built-in, we Google it for you right away thing. You just hit a button and it Googles it. So everything that concerns the brakes here is to do with this brake booster and the master cylinder. Maybe that's where all the fluid is going, is like into the brake booster somehow. I'm gonna clear this fault memory too. Yeah, it still is coming up at low pressure at the accumulator. That stopped the beeping. I'm assuming this is an accumulator pump. We're already lower than we were on fluid. I don't know how this booster setup works. I'm assuming this is all ABS built into this situation here. So maybe this pump has failed. Where is all the fluid going? Let me do some research and get back to you. Okay, so I went on Just Answer and the guy looked at my codes and he essentially said what I was kind of guessing here, which is with these 2 codes that there's a brake booster accumulator assembly that has failed internally. So the fluid is getting out of the reservoir and into this booster system that runs like a pump to create its brake boost instead of running off a vacuum like some of the older style, and it's failed internally. So there's a seal in there or something that's gone wrong that is allowing the fluid to accumulate in that thing, I guess. And it says you can't just replace the accumulator or just the master cylinder. It's a whole assembly that's one unit, so it's got to be this entire unit. It says it's not serviceable either, so let me see what we can do about that, if we can find one, how much it costs, go from there. He's gonna get me an exact part number, but for today, that's the diagnosis. Now we just gotta find replacement and plan on getting that in.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Sorry for the harsh news, but that's where we're at. I was hoping it was a $10 brake line.
Appreciate you
for
coming out.
Yeah, no worries. So let me do some research. Let me find where we can source one that's not going to totally break the bank and go from there.
Sounds good.
I was just pulling away and I was sad and I was looking at the truck as I left and look, there's a huge stain. Look at this. There is a leak. Hold on a sec. Hold on. What? Massive leak. No way. Got the part in the mail to swap out because I'm pretty sure that that hose is busted. It might just be the copper washer, but we're gonna play it safe since it's a brake line. Let's put it in. Hopefully this goes smooth. Top it off with some brake fluid and we should be in business. Let's see how this goes. Okay, nice. That went pretty smooth. Now I just gotta tap out like a little holder plate somewhere in here. This is what I was dealing with. It's like a little retainer clip. No match for me. Okay, now this one. Okay, all right. Yep, yep, yep. There goes the fluids. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, here's the used hose, here's the new one. I think that's what failed. Main thing is to make sure you get these copper washers in there. You can't just swap the hose without them. This is a banjo bolt. It's got that hole in it. It allows fluid to pass through it and come through the bottom there. Like so, and sandwich this unit in there. Let's chuck in the fluids. Still feels kind of squishy, but we need to bleed them out. Oh, there we go. There's no fluid coming out of this caliper. I finally actually figured out what's going on here. So, back here, she's missing a pad. There's no brake pad in this caliper. And so, this caliper has forced the piston too far out, which has created a gap in the seal for the piston. So unfortunately, the piston seal is what's letting fluid out because the new line is cherry, and the squirt that I was seeing, maybe it had, maybe it needed the hose too, but it's definitely needing a piston seal in this caliper and pads. All right, we're back the next day. We've got pads and jack to lift this up and see if this caliper is salvageable. Hopefully it is. We can put it all back together. If not, I'll order a caliper, but let's open it up, see what's what. I should be able to use the pad that's in there to press it back. All right, we got the new pads in. Now I'm just gonna put the caliper back on. Well, no leaks, but also not much pedal either. Okay, so I got it all buttoned back together. We've got the truck back in the driveway. We're gonna take one last Hail Mary at this thing, because unfortunately it's not building any pressure, which kind of leads me back to this like master cylinder situation that I was poking and prodding at the other day when I was here. And I'm really hoping it's not that because it's very expensive. So I'm gonna try this last ditch effort of trying to bleed the brakes camion pedal and see if we can get this master cylinder to bleed, because when I first showed up, this was dry, right?
Correct.
So if air has gotten into that, I don't know how this system works because it looks super fancy, but the basic stuff would be that if it got air in it, it can't pump the hydraulics. So I'm gonna try and bleed the master and we'll go from there. Wish us luck.
Yes, please.
Please. This is all this ABS and everything is all built in with the master cylinder, which makes this a little bit more problematic because I don't currently have my fancy diag tool that would hopefully be able to do an ABS bleeding process. So I would have to come back to try that to bleed this, because because it does it special. I don't even know how it does it. I've never actually even done it. I just know, I know that that's kind of how it's done. That you have to tell the computer to bleed this thing.
That's crazy. Doctor mechanic. No, doctors on cars. That's
Yeah,
what they are.
The metal medic.
Metal medic instead of medical metal.
All right, so I'm gonna take the last steps that I can here. We're gonna start by bleeding each corner of this 4Runner, and then we're gonna try the ABS from the interior using the diagnostic tool that I have with me today. So let's start by doing the basics, crack all the bleeders, pump the pedal, and yeah, get all the air out of the system as much as can before we do the ABS one, and then fingers crossed that gives us a pedal. Let's get into it. All right, we've got our hose on. I like to run it up vertical, and that way it fills with fluid and bubbles will go up. I'm gonna run over now and pump the pedal a bunch and see if anything comes out. Simple stuff sometimes. Let's see. Not much fluid, to be honest. Okay, now I'm seeing bubbles. Okay, I cinch that back off, and then I'm gonna run this straight into my little catch bottle there. Not really seeing much air come through, but maybe it's caught in the front. Yeah, it's barely even filling. So we're gonna work furthest from the ABS to the closest. So next up is front right. All right, now we're on the front left, the last one, closest to the ABS. And it actually had a fair amount of air in it. It's all pushed out now, and the pedal is actually starting to get a little stiffer. So starting to see some progress. It might just need bled. I'm fingers crossed. That would be, I really hope this works. Okay, that's all 4 corners bled with the motor off. It feels better, but it still goes to the ground. Maybe we try the ABS thing now. We also need to get the caliper to re-grab. It feels like more of a pedal than it ever has. Cool, okay, so it does it by right rear line. Confirm. Open the right rear bleeder plug, press OK, wait for the timer, don't hit the brake pedal, okay. All right, so we gotta actually crack the line too, okay. Okay, so this is cool. It's having me crack each line and then hit OK, and then it runs the pump. I'll try and capture it on this time. And in the last one, the right rear, it spat out a bunch of air. So that's a good sign that we're moving somewhere. So let me crack the back left, hit OK, and then I'll try and capture it. I think I see a little fluid. All right, so now I'm gonna hit OK, and you guys watch this for air. Cool. Now it says close it. Closed. Okay. Now we wait 20 seconds. I think it's running the ABS pump now. Bleeding complete. Okay. Now let's go front right. Okay, this one's different. It says front right. Press and hold the brake pedal. Go. It went down. Release the brake pedal. Okay. Sure. I just really hope this fixes it for Cammie. She's such a good person, single mom, deserves it so much to have a car back on the road. Okay, let's do front left now, and I think it might do the same style. Press and hold the brake pedal. Press OK, wait for timer. Confirm. Release it, confirm. She's just such a cool person. She really deserves it. I mean, you guys didn't see it, but there was a couple of times where I showed up and she had to she was coming and going with Ubers, and she had her daughter with her. She was trying to take her to hula lessons and stuff like that. It's gonna break the bank doing Ubers like that rather than just hopping in your awesome 4Runner. So fingers crossed. I wonder what VSC line air bleeding is. Okay, engine power switched on, engine on, ready on. Parking brake is applied. It's in park, sure. Takes 20 minutes, don't do anything. Oh, it's making noises. Well, I've got 20 minutes to kill. We'll let this run, try and get all of the air out of all of the systems, and then we'll take it for a test drive and go from there. So this thing is doing an air bleeding on the VSC, which is I think stability control. In the meantime, I've got a little air compressor and her air light is on, so I'm assuming it's because these look pretty low. So let's throw that on in the meantime and at least do something while it's gonna take 20 minutes, so we might as well do something. All right, shout out to Gulu. They sent me this air pump so that I could do stuff like this on the fly, on the go. Thanks so much, you guys, for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Thing's pretty cool. It also jump starts your cars and trucks and stuff. I just keep it in the little toolbox part of my truck in case, you know, and I charge it up as I go. If I use it, like after I use this now, I'll charge it up tonight or whatever, keep it topped off. But pretty handy to have to be able to jump start or just air up on the go. Not have to have a compressor or pull the cables out. It's kind of nice. This thing's still going. It's done it 12 out of 25 times. I guess it just is kind of like the ABS one where it's like cycling it or something like that, trying to get air out. I have no idea. Yeah, it seems to be like blasting it through the line. Auto shut off is a nice feature. Cool, there's all four corners aired up, and this thing is still cracking away. It's been blasting fluid and air through that reservoir, which I topped off to be super full. And yeah, I didn't even know about this process, the VSC side of things or whatever. I just saw it on the menu, and we're bleeding stuff. We're gonna try and get it all out. I want to cross all my T's and dot all my I's on this one and get Cami cherried out. So we're gonna wait for the rest of this to finish up, and then we'll take it for a test drive. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Complete. Okay, cool. I think we might be ready for a test drive. Test drive. Who's ready for a test drive? It's us. Why not? Let's try it out. See what happens. You know what? Let's check for codes and clear all the codes too. Try to clear all this stuff and see if any of it comes back. That's good. They didn't auto return. It's a good start. Clear it, run it, check it again. Fluids still look good. Runs cherry. Oh, I really hope this goes well. Please go well. Please, 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 please. For Cami's sake and her daughter, let's all fingers crossed and hope that this test drive goes well. E-brake off. That's exciting. It's got a pedal. We've got a pedal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just double, triple check, run it around the block. Why am I nervous? Yeah, it feels good. Tire pressure light's still on. Oh boy, here we go. Man, well, we had some detours and some slight misdiagnoses in the beginning because I couldn't really see where that leak was coming from. It looked like a line. Turns out it was the piston, and figured it out, got it back together. It feels like that piston is sealing. I'm gonna check and make sure there's no fluid on the ground still. I can't believe somebody didn't put in a brake pad the last time they touched this thing. But it's back together now, it's working now. So satisfying. Taking something from broken to fixed. Yeah, it's stopping. Here we go, tight. All right, let's park it. Let's see why we've got a tire pressure light on. Dude, it's got brakes. Yeah. So there's no trouble code here. Okay, now it's off. Okay, now that I've done a test drive, I'm gonna check and see if any new codes came back from the ABS or anything like that, braking system, the important stuff. So far, none. None. Beep, boop, bop, bip, dap, 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 doop. All right, guys, well, Cami's truck is all fixed up. We got the brakes diagnosed, finally fixed up, bled out, pads in, got her back on the road. She's at work right now, so I'm just gonna have to give her a call and let her know the good news. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just finished up with the truck.
And what, good news?
Good news this time.
No way, you're the best. Right on.
Good news. Yeah, it's all cherry.
I really appreciate you, Parker.
Yeah, no worries, of course. Yeah, I'm stoked though. I was like,
Stoked too. I really appreciate it. I was like, oh shoot.
Thank you for dealing with me, kind of figuring it out as I went there.
No worries. I super appreciate you. Saved me so much money, guaranteed.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciate you so much, Parker. I can't thank you enough.
Of course, no worries.
But again, mahalo, Parker. Super blessed, brother. Aloha.
thank you so much for watching, tuning in, liking, subscribing, hitting all the buttons. It helps me do this, and I appreciate it. As a small YouTuber, it's the way it goes. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.